Hello guys and gals, and welcome back to another episode of RANT Time, and this video is specifically geared towards the hackers and the mods that are available on games today. When I say hackers, I obviously mean hacks, mods and all that stuff, as you can tell by the title of the video. And recently I was looking through a lot of the older messages that I had, and this was a requested topic back in the day, and it's still kind of requested now too, is if hacks and mods are right. Now, this really isn't going to be a rant as much as it is going to be an educational topic, because let me tell you my stance on modification. If you've been following my channel, I am primarily a PC gamer. I game exclusively, not exclusively, I game primarily on the PC. I have a PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and I do play them, actively as well, whenever a game comes out. In fact, I'll even sometimes buy a multi-platform, my Xbox 360, just because I, want to play it on that. More often than not, I'll buy all my games on PC. And, if you want to know why I do that, I've made several videos in the past. It's cheaper, it's better for me, and all that good stuff. But, a lot of people don't really like mods. But, before we go into it, let's go into hacks and hackers. Recently I was playing a, game online. I'm not going to specifically state what game, because that's not important. What's important is the idea of people coming into the online game. It was a shooter, obviously. That's, where... and this was on a console, by the way. I wasn't getting hacked on the PC, so this was on the Xbox 360. So I'm playing my game, and somebody joins in, and what they have is they have an aimbot. And if you don't know what an aimbot is, it's basically that they don't have to do any aiming. They just look in my general vicinity, hit the fire key, and boom, that shot just goes right to my face, and I blow up and die. Alright, so there's no skill whatsoever going into it. Now this player's just racking up points and points and points. They're getting all these experiences. Yeah, they're basically just pressing the right fucking trigger and not doing anything in the game. That's what's going on. Whereas people like me, I come home from work, I fucking fire up my Xbox 360, I put in the goddamn disc, hit multiplayer, hit find game, whatever fucking game type there is, get into a game, and get fucked over by a bunch of people. That's essentially what happened. And, doctor told me to take the med pills, but I will not for this one video, because that shit fucking pisses me off. People who go online, and all they do is go around and hack. And, their excuses, oh, I'm just trolling you, I get it for the lulz and all that. No. Okay? Alright, it's fucking pathetic. You go online, so here's how it goes. You spend $60 fucking dollars, whatever, they don't spend $60, it's a pirate game going on. They pirate it, they download a fucking torrent somewhere, put it on their system and play it. Then all they do is go online and basically hit the right trigger all day. Now, if you think about it, you're basically wasting your time hacking, because you're not really playing the game. You're just racking up meaningless fucking bullshit. You're getting experience points for fucking nothing. What, for your gun unlock? Like, that fucking matters, because you can use any gun and win. There's no fun to be had when you're hacking, alright? And I don't understand why people go through that route. Alright, I've legitimately tried to understand it. Why would you actively try to hack? What do you gain from hacking? Never once have I gotten the fucking answer properly. Now, there's people who hack in single player, and by hacks, I mean, they fire up a trainer or something, maximum money, infinite health, all that stuff, and I'm totally cool with that, because when you're playing a single player game, I'm fine. Okay, it's good. I might be a little iffy if you're submitting, like, hacked statistics to leaderboards and stuff, because, of course, that's wrong, but, personally, I could care less. I don't really check my leaderboard rankings at all. But when I'm fucking, when somebody's hacking in a single-player game, I'm totally cool with that. I don't care. When they're doing it in a multiplayer game, ooh, that person's gonna get fucked, alright? Because the thing is, there's no fun to be had. It just makes everyone angry, alright? And the worst part about it is, when I'm playing on a console or something, and this is even on the PC, it's company related. As much as you try to report the person, nothing happens. So when a game comes out that's really popular, and after a few years, when you're still playing it, because I don't fucking buy a popular game and just stop playing it, I'll come back to it. It's hacked beyond belief, and you can't really play it, because what's the fucking point? There's just a bunch of hackers online. Now, as far as modifications go, and before I talk about this, I'm going to primarily talk about the PC market, the Macintosh market, because, mods do exist on the consoles. GTA 5 recently was a pretty big example. If you looked at it, a lot of mods happened on the consoles. Were they really sophisticated mods? Not really, but they were mods, alright? And you get the same kind on the PC, so it's interesting. It's what I like to see. I like modifying my game, because if you don't know, mods are pretty much They can either be your game breakers, because let's be honest, there are some mods that completely destroy your game or are completely pointless, and some of them are just beyond amazing DLC wise. I mean, they are crafted modifications. Hell, there are some mods, for example GTA 4, you know, that I will still constantly play to this day, because there's so many mods available for it. There's so many things you can do. You can just put them right in. The gameplay I uploaded one time for a haunted game for GTA, basically I had the character switch ability. I had Sonic in there and a Bugatti. Alright, come on. And then I had like these police training mods in it where basically I played as the cops. So it was a very, very interesting thing to see. And there's many games on the PC where that happens. Now, not all games do it. For example, Assassin's Creed 4, which I, you know, like, not as an Assassin's Creed game, but as a Pirates game. But that's a whole nother video right there. Doesn't really have a lot of mods I can see, such as custom map mods or, you know, ship mods or any kind of thing. So that's really a mod virgin game. No one's popped the cherry there, to be honest. But that's sort of the case with a lot of PC games nowadays, too. I don't really see a lot of mods here and there. They might appear, they might not. It doesn't matter. It depends on what the game is and how hard it is to actually mess around with the in-game files. But as far as mods go, I'm totally fine with it, and I totally support it. A lot of people say that there shouldn't be mods, and I always have to ask that. I'm like, what is the reasoning behind it? Because it goes back to the whole consumer rights thing that I basically told you guys about a year ago in another rant time. When you buy a video game, or anything, for $60, $80 now if you're living in Canada, $100 if you're living in fucking, I believe it's Australia, and God knows even more somewhere else. I believe that when you buy a game, you own that game, and you're allowed to do what you want with the software. Now, again, there are legal issues that go here and there, but morally, if you ask me, ethically, that data isn't really yours, but you can tamper with it. You're not hurting anyone. You know, you're not submitting stats anywhere. You're just basically modifying the game for your own purposes. You know, you're not reselling the game or anything like that. It's just you modifying your game. You know, that's what makes Skyrim so amazing. You play Skyrim, you're like, wow, this game looks super fucking good, and you know, it plays fucking great. I can have all these characters following me. You know, I had Skyrim on the Xbox 360, and when you go on the PC with the use of all these mods, and I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of mods. You go on I believe it's the Nexus mods or something. You will get so many fucking mods for Skyrim that it will blow your mind. You can get up to anything you want. Anything. Alright, hundreds of them. There's channels on this website dedicated to mod reviews, channels I love. And I have friends who bought the game for PC and they will not stop playing it because it has completely revitalized what that game was. They've gotten hundreds extra hours of gameplay for it. So a lot of this video is what I'm trying to get the point across is that, you know, a lot of you have asked me about hackers and mods, and a lot of people get both of them confused together. It's all in a melting pot. You got to separate things. Hacking, even if it's single player for, you know, cheats or whatever, I'm fine with that. All right. Online, it's deceptive. All right. You're basically competing with and you're basically just ruining everyone else's time. You know, you're ruining everyone else's experience because when you play online, you're playing with other people. And when you play with other people and you're not playing nice, it ruins the whole thing for everybody. So out of common courtesy, and I know this doesn't really want to exist on the internet, please don't hack. Because it wastes your time and it wastes my time, and it's just a fucking douchebag move. Mods, on the other hand, I don't understand why people don't want them. You know, don't you want something that just makes your game better, enhances your game? You don't even need it. It's optional entirely. I totally support mods entirely, wholeheartedly. But yeah, this is a rant time, and this is sort of an educated rant time, really. Sort of like the whole frame rates and resolution. You gotta separate it, you gotta really understand what you're talking about there, you know. Because there's a huge difference, and you can't really consolidate all this stuff into one giant melting pot. But yeah, that's really it. So if you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out. And by the way, you might have thought I forgot, but please let me know what you think in the comments below. But seriously, no, I am out.